Coming up on this edition of Sports Desk, we'll recap the fall season, take the field for Powderpuff, hear from our athletic director, and rewind some classic RV moments. Here's your host, Rock Roberson.
What's rockin' RV, and welcome to Sports Desk. I'm Rock Roberson. The fall sports season has come to a close, and our teams next found themselves preparing for the postseason. Let's take a look back at some highlights from the month of November with the RV Recap Playoff Edition.
As state tournament play opened up, the boys soccer team found themselves as the 14 seed traveling to face 3 seed Cherry Hill East. The boys battled and displayed their usual playoff toughness by taking a 2-0 lead before halftime. The Cougars, however, found their stride in the second half, scoring 5 unanswered goals to take a 5-2 victory, ending RV's season at 7-10-2. Girls soccer also opened as a 14 seed traveling to face 3rd seeded Cherokee. The Chiefs opened the scoring early, taking a 3-0 lead at halftime. RV fell by a final score of 4-0, ending their year at 4-14-1. Girls volleyball was on the road as a 12 seed as they faced off against 5th-seeded Cherry Hill East. The team had a good run in the regular season, but in the playoffs, the girls were eliminated in the first round by a final score of 3-0. The team finished with a record of 11-14. As the 8th seed, field hockey hosted 9-seeded Vineland and immediately set the tone, building a big lead before halftime. Sophomore Sophia Palante had a hat trick as RV went on to take a 7-0 victory, setting up a rematch with top-seeded Cherokee. The Devils battled the Chiefs and, much like their first matchup, kept it scoreless for most of the game. In overtime, however, it was Cherokee who scored the lone goal, taking the victory and ending RV's season at 10-9-1. Football opened their playoff run as a 4 seed, playing host to 5th-seeded Hillsboro. This was a rematch of last year's playoff semifinal, which was a high-scoring affair. This edition would be similar, though very much one-sided, as the Red Devils jumped out early and never looked back. RV caused multiple turnovers, including an interception return for a touchdown by senior Mikey McQueen, who also added 2 other scores on the day. The Red Devils shut down Hillsboro 33-0 to set up a rematch with a very familiar foe. RV next traveled to top-seeded and undefeated Washington Township. RV was looking to take back a victory over the Minutemen, but Washington was up to the task of defending their unbeaten record. A 24-0 lead at halftime continued to grow as Washington built up a 31-6 advantage by the end of the third quarter. The Red Devils attempted a late rally, scoring on back-to-back touchdowns, but ultimately fell short, losing 44-26 and ending their season at 6-4. For Sports Desk, I'm Jason Sapp.
With so many teams competing at RV, there's a lot of information to go around. For more insight into our athletic programs, let's now join our athletic director for this edition of the AD's Address.
Good afternoon, Red Devil Nation. This is Athletic Director Michael Lamb, joined as I always am by my assistant AD, Mr. Brian Bozarth. We are bringing this to you as the fall seasons have finished. Wanted to give an update on how the seasons went for each team and where we are heading right now. The big one was the football team, which we had really high hopes for. We went down to the semifinals of the sectional tournament, faced off against Washington Township. We battled, had a kind of a mistake-filled game, and wound up coming on the short end to a team that's really, really good and talented. Disappointing year in a sense for football because of some injuries that we had. Boys and girls soccer both bowed out of the playoffs in the first round. It was a young and growing season for both teams. Returned a lot of core players. Boys soccer lost to Cherry Hill East, who was at one point during the season ranked #1 in South Jersey. Perfect first half for the boys soccer team, up 2-0 at the half. But in the end, I think that the maturity and the experience of Cherry Hill East eventually caught up to us, and our inexperience showed. But boys soccer did have had a really good season. Girls soccer, same situation. Had a year where they were trying to grow, or got to the first round of the playoffs, lost to a really talented Cherokee team that went on and won the section. Girls volleyball, same situation here. We got to the playoffs, drew Cherry Hill East, who was one of the top seeds in the area, lost a tough game. But the girls grew a lot this year. They definitely had a really tough season last year, being as young as they were. And then the year of maturity definitely showed. Our seed was relatively around where we should have been, and there's continued growth there. The field hockey team won their first round playoff game, and then we got to the semifinals where we drew the top seed, which was Cherokee. Our girls played their absolute hearts out. For the most part of the game, I felt like we had the better of the scoring chances. Credit to the Cherokee goalie, who was just unbelievable and kept us off the scoreboard. I don't know how. The effort and the way that our girls played that day was really fantastic. Just a shout out to Coach Stiles in her first year here at RV. What an amazing season, what an amazing job that she did coaching our girls. We look forward to big things happening with the field hockey program. Girls tennis, we actually finished up a pretty successful season for them, as they have been in a rebuilding mode. More experienced team than what we had last year, and we're hoping to continue to grow. Just a shout out to our coaches of the fall sports. Again, the time and the effort that they put in. Some of us don't get the results that we always want, but I can tell you this, they put the time in, and they really care about the kids that they coach, so we're proud of that. The fall sports season has come to an end. We're turning our attention more toward the winter now, but we're proud of our athletes. We thank everybody for the support, the amount of fans that would come and support our teams. Everything is always sponsors that sponsored each individual team. Everything with fall sports, we're appreciative, and we're looking forward to those teams getting their off-season work and seeing some of them compete on a different sport, but definitely building toward the future.
All of our home events will be posted up on Vanco. If you're on RV's homepage and you look at the main screen, you'll see on the left-hand side where it says RV Events. You click on there, and it will take you. We do have season pass for adults for boys basketball. You save about $10 or so if you purchase in advance. Also for girls basketball, we'll have the same opportunity too, for adults only, and then wrestling, I believe, as well too. Again, all the events are purchased ahead of time. No cash sales at the door. To our athletes or our students, make sure we're not coming in with any outside food from like 7-Eleven that we like to walk down there and get something to snack on. We don't bring it into school. Bags not permitted. All again for the safety of our students, staff, athletes, officials, everybody that's here. Again, look forward to an upcoming great winter season. Look forward to seeing everyone, and go Red Devils.
Hi, we're the RV Girls Volleyball Team, and you're watching Sports Desk.
The football season may have ended, but there was still one more game to be played. The Student Council held their annual Powderpuff game on November 17th. The contest saw each of the classes battling it out for bragging rights. The RVTV crew was there for all the action.
Hello RV, welcome to 2025's annual Powderpuff game. I'm Joel Sue, freezing for your entertainment. What team are y'all rooting for? The seniors!
Seniors.
Well, win 3 years.
Right. For 3 years in a row. So it ain't all to me.
The class of 2026, duh. Look at us in all our glory. Yes.
Senior class is gonna kill it. We're gonna win. I'm calling it now. I trust the people behind me. I trust that we're gonna win. I trust that we're gonna take down every other comp, including the teachers. So just wait. You're gonna see this later when senior class is holding up that trophy. Let's go, baby. Class 2026 on top.
Yo, we're just gonna win anyways. I don't need to do anything. We're just like that. Like juniors are on top. I don't think y'all understand. Seniors, buttons, our defense is incredible, our offense is incredible. Y'all are not winning. Straight BTA. Let's go.
Let's go, class of 2028!
Refs are low-key against us. We should have had 12, but they held us back.
I'm feeling really hype. I'm feeling the energy. I feel that we're getting really pumped up and angry, and that's what's gonna build our team up.
I feel like great. We got a great group. Good girls. Like we could play. We're amazing.
I think we just got to keep our spirits high and just make sure our defense is locking them down like last game.
I'm gonna piggyback off what Clee said, like the same thing, and just like offense, like maybe do some new plays because they know some of our plays.
Just like keep going. Like keep the momentum going. You know, run different plays. You know, and we're gonna win. We're gonna win.
Here at RVTV, we have a large collection of shows and games from the past 40 years. Yes, 40 years. Let's now open up the vault and take a look at some classic clips with the Red Devil Rewind.
In the life of an RV tennis girl, it's pretty routine for the most part. Mr. Freitag has it pretty much set in like our usuals. You know, we start out with our warm-ups, we take our laps, we do a lot of calisthenics, our lunges, everything that just keeps us all together in shape. He likes to really burn our calves. I think he goes out of his way to make sure that we work out that part because it is a lot of sprinting. Our team chemistry is incredible between varsity and JV. Luckily, as our team, there's about 22 of us, but we're lucky enough that we get to practice together most of the time.
RV on 3, 2, 3, RV!
Well, hopefully we'll set the record straight. Many RV students aren't really aware of our team, so we hope to make a pretty good legacy at RV.
This is Nardis Brown for RV TV, here with Miss Kelly and Miss Buckner, the girls' field hockey coach. Hi, Miss Kelly. Hi, Miss Buckner. Hi, Miss Kelly, being the coach of the team, what sort of thing do you look for in each individual?
I think a primary characteristic we look for is speed, endurance, agility, balance, and mental quickness.
Miss Buckner, besides individual skills, what other things do you try to teach the girls?
Oh, any number of things, Nardis. Primarily, I think the main thing that we stress is teamwork, cooperation, sportsmanship, courtesy, consideration toward one another, toward the coaches, officials, opponents, what have you, those kinds of things.
Even though it's too late for hockey tryouts, girls, remember, you can still be a part of RV by getting involved with school activities and sports. Thank you, Miss Kelly. Thank you, Miss Buckner. Good luck in your season. This is Nardis Brown for Playback Video Magazine.
We're the RV Cheerleaders, and thanks for watching Sports Desk.
That's all for now. From everyone here at RV TV, I'm Rock Roberson. We'll see you next time on Sports Desk.